Welcome to the Boxing Bookie. What up, Brando? What up? Welcome to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. It's good to be back. Got a good one for you guys today. Excited about today's show. Um, I'd say it was a good day yesterday. I'd say it was a good day. It was a mixed results day. Mixed results, some good, some bad. But overall, we hit on Stephanie Hahn in a real way too. So that's what you need. You gotta have it. You gotta have it. Uh, Once in a while, you just make a bet. You gotta have. I thought Stephanie Hahn over Holly Holm was easy money. Like I said, that came through. Can't wait for this fight. I think Dalton Smith is capable of outboxing Matias. I've done my tape study on Dalton Smith. Some good, some bad. You know how it is. Some good, some bad on Dalton Smith, but I do like what I see. I'm with it so far with Dalton Smith. I'm with it with Dalton Smith. What up, Jackson? What up, Jackson? All right. Let me do a couple of things here. Let me do a couple of things here. Let me do a few things here. Guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Become a member. Do become a member. Get the lock of the week. Get Ask the Bookie Anything. Get access to the Discord. Get the members only chat. The members only live streams. Get the merch. Just $5 a month. Become a member today. Become a member today. All right. We good. We good. And also join the Patreon. Link is in the description. It's in the ticker below. Also, $5 a month. Become a member, become a Patreon, do all that good stuff. $5 a month. Get the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe. Just $5 a month. Just $5 a month gets you the absolute best gambling advice. All right, guys. Like I said, pretty good week. We recap G-Man, what's up, my pops? And I just finished building 12-room mansion in Nigeria today. Wait, hang on. G-Man, what's up? My pops and I just finished building 12-room mansion in Nigeria today. Is the housewarming not there? But my sister said that AJ accident had Logos traffic backed up. I believe it. I believe it. Gary, can Damien Nibba upset Agit? He could. He could. I think he's live. I can't bet him to win. I don't think he's going to win, but it's live. I think, yeah, plus 800, plus 900, whatever crazy odds he's at, he's got a shot. He's a dog. He's a live dog, though. Like, he should be a dog. He's probably not going to win. But watching the tape on Nibba's good. Like, there's a lot to like about him in a heavyweight division. He's big. He's massive. He uses his height. He uses his reach. Lots of volume. Good gas tank. Decent enough power. Nibba is real. Nibba he's a real guy. I don't know if he's going to win, but, you know, it's kind of worth the shot on that one. I really do think so. But it's a fun week of boxing. We got the Dalton Smith fight, and that's going to be the talking point. Everyone's going to want to talk about Dalton Smith. Everyone's going to be high on that Smith and Matias fight, and for good reason. I gotta get for all the love I'm gonna get for Stephanie Hahn, and I should get equal amounts of hate for Ebony Bridges. Sup, Gary Bridges and Rivera Figueroa. Interesting read on the Caballero versus Niba fight. Niba has good footwork and feasible techniques, but I don't think he punches hard enough. I think his power is kind of good enough. It's kind of good enough, right? Like, he's not a hitter. He's not, a knockout artist. Interesting. Yeah. God, was my read on Ebony Bridges wrong? My goodness, she's terrible. So I don't take women's sports seriously. She leaves on a 2-year maternity leave, comes back, and she's god awful. Like, go be a mom again. I don't know that Nibber's going to win the fight, but I think it's an interesting play. I think the odds are ridiculous. I think the price on it's absurd. I couldn't bet on a Geet to win. Not at those odds. I can't throw money on a Geet at minus 2,000, minus 1,500, whatever the hell it is. And we're going to take a look at the book in just a minute. Let's take a look at it now. He's got a little better. Minus 1,400, minus 1,800, minus 1,450, minus 1,800, minus 900. I mean, these are all over the place. Let's see what DraftKings has that. Wasn't that minus 2,000 on my book? Yeah, see, here it is on my book on DraftKings. He's minus 2,000. First of all, one thing I want to say, this spread here is ridiculous. You can't have plus 2,000 plus 900. That spread is ridiculous. That's a ridiculous spread. It's got to be plus 1,000 plus 1,200. That's a ridiculous spread. That spread's way too big to have that big a spread. What, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me with a spread like that? You can't have a spread like that. $1,100 spread? It's too much. That's way too much. But I like Niba in this fight. I think this is an interesting fight. I think it's not that I like him to win. I like him at plus 900. I think at plus 900, he's an absolute steal. If I'm making this book, I have Caballero at minus 900 and Niba at plus 400 or 500 or something like that. Like, these odds are wild. They're twice as big as they should be. I like the over, I think, too. Do I have an over prop on this? I don't. Let's see if Pro Boxing Odds has an over prop on this. No over. Although fight to go the distance is paying plus 300. I kind of like that. I want to see what an over on that fight looks like. I want to see what the over is at. Do you think the fight goes the distance? I like it at plus 290. I like it at plus 290. I think at plus 290 there's decent value there, but I want to see what the over is. They have it at plus 6.5, 8.5, 10.5, or I mean over 6.5, over 8.5, over 10.5. What do they have it at? I think that's going to make an interesting bet. Guys, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Sunday afternoon. Football season is officially over for my New York Jets. 3-14 for my New York Jets. Congratulations to the Jets at 3-14. 3-14. Shout out to them. Let me take a look at the rest of this card. Here are the two full cards. Let's look at both the cards in full. Cintrone and Rodriguez. That's a fun fight. Santiago and Cedeno. The card's not bad. You got Nestor Bravo and Pedro Campa. Bravo's a decent fighter. Emmanuel Rodriguez, who used to be one of my favorites. I love Emmanuel Rodriguez. He's fighting Fernando Diaz. So this is an interesting fight. Sorry about that. This is an interesting fight. This is an interesting card. Emmanuel Rodriguez and Fernando Diaz. Fernando Diaz, 1661, but he's a real guy. You remember Fernando Diaz was supposed to fight Bam Rodriguez on the Quadras card when Bam ended up fighting for his world title. It's right here. He fought Lorenzo Smith instead, and it was a really good fight. And then he kind of caught people's eye there, but he was supposed to fight Bam that night. And then Bam got the call to fight Quadras instead, and the rest is history. But Fernando Diaz is a decent fighter. Remember he fought Lorenzo Smith? And he fought Juan Carlos Camacho Rivera. Fought Yanquil Rivera. Lost to John Scrappy Ramirez. Lost to Abraham Perez. You see, he fought a name of guys and then lost to Dominic Crowder. He's probably definitely going to lose, but it's a real fight. It's a real fight. I mean, that's a real opponent. And I like Manuel Rodriguez. I like this card. You got Keith Colon on this card, 8-0 prospect. This to me, and then you got the big one, the granddaddy of them all, Matias and Dalton Smith. And I'm really into that. I'm into this card. I'm into this card in general. Matias and Dalton Smith is a really good fight. You got Keith Colon, you got Manuel Rodriguez and Nestor Bravo. And then you got two good fights, Cintrón and Jonathan Rodriguez, and then you got Santiago and Cedeno. It's a good card. It's a good card. I'm into it. I'm into that quite a bit. And then the other card is Agit Kabayal. Agit Kabayal, 26-0, fighting Damian Nibba, 17-0. What else is on that card? Anything? Not really. No. The card otherwise sucks. It's a Germany card. Yeah, the card otherwise sucks, but what are you gonna do? Roman Fury. Yeah, this card sucks. This card sucks. Other than the main event, which is good, I really like the main event here. I really like the main event here in Agit Kabayal and Damian Nibba. I like it a lot. So I'm with the main event. I'm with it. It's good. The rest of the card is trash. JDR Herrera. Is this someone, a Puerto Rican guy? Fights out of Dubai, Puerto Rican fighter. Andres Navarrete. Decent prospect on the card as well. All right, let me get to your questions, comments, thoughts, super chats. Questions, comments, thoughts, super chats. Probably going to be a little bit of a quick show today. I don't have a lot to get into. I do want to. I've done the tape on Smith. I need to get into the tape on Matias, and then I'll get that video out for you guys. I'll get that video out for you guys today. It was over when the season started for the Jets. They started 0-7. That didn't help. 0-7 start, shout out. My Brooklyn Nets won today, though. Shout out to my Brooklyn Nets. Besides the main event in Coleman, do you know any about the other fighters on Saturday's card? What card on Saturday? Which card are you referring to? Actually, Nibba reminds me of a young Tyson Fury, but as the stage, I think Agit probably wins. But on my book, Agit is minus 2,000. Do you like that bet? Do you like Agit at minus 2,000? You got to bet $2,000 to win $100 on him. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no point in betting Agit. Gary, do you think Dalton Smith is better than Liam Paro? He's a different fighter. He's very different than Liam Paro. I don't know if he's better or worse. We'll find out. Gary, what do you like about Dalton Smith? He checks a lot of boxes. Pretty good athlete, pretty good distance, pretty good feet, pretty good power. He maintains his distance. He circles the ring. What he's not good at is chasing you down. He's not good at chasing you down. He's not going to have to chase Matias down. All right, so stylistically, I like him to outbox Matias. And I think he's got enough power He's not going to sit and trade with Matias for 12 rounds. That's not going to happen. He's gonna outbox him. He's going to move a little bit. He's a better boxer, better mover, better legs than Matias. He can outbox him from the outside. So I think he's going to win the fight from the outside. We're going to have moments of excitement in the center of the ring. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think that's going to be the flavor of the fight. I don't think that this is going to be a slugfest. If I did, I would probably take Matias. But the major flaw I see, and this is what I keep seeing in the Matthew Germain fight. He couldn't chase Germain down. He did. He knocked him down 3 times, and everyone's hating on him. Like, he knocked him down 3 times and won literally every single round. He won literally every single round on the card and knocked him down 3 times. Everyone's saying, what a trash performance. It's like, well, then you have really high expectations for Dalton Smith. You like Dalton Smith probably more than I do. I like Dalton Smith. I like his legs. I like his feet. I like his angles. He checks a lot of boxes. He does a lot of things pretty well. And I think that he can win the fight on the outside. And he's got enough power where he's not going to have to run the whole time. He can keep Silver Martinez at arm's length, and I think he does. Co-main for which card? Mike from Melbourne. Tyson who? I'm not sure what we're asking. Tyson Fury. He's talking about. Gee, what's up with all the drama in the Discord today? I heard you talk Johnny's girl. No. Nothing like that. I don't got my wife. I am more than happy with my wife. Johnny's got his girl. From what I understand, he's more than happy with her. Hang on. There's no drama. I swear, my wife constantly texts me when I'm live. It is a constant thing. This is what is he better than Alberto Puello? I don't think so. Do you think he's better than Puello? They went $54.99 plus tax for the Matias Dalton. Yeah. Thank God for the Discord is right. Imagine paying that. Imagine that. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, it would never even cross my mind to pay money for that. It's just, that's wild. That is a wild thing. That is wild. Yeah, that's today's poll question. Are you paying $60 for Matias Smith? All right, so that's today's poll question. I just want to know, because this is the hardcore boxing fan. If they can't get your money, they ain't getting nobody's money. So I want to know, are you paying the $60 for Matias versus Dalton Smith? I gotta know. We like the over on Matias versus. I do. In a real way, I like it. Yes, sirree. They got to make back some money. That purse bid wasn't cheap. They ain't gonna make it back this way. All right, this is what I always say. I always say. You're not going to make your money back on pay-per-view on a fight like this. This is not how it works. Right? The NFL is the most popular sporting league in the country by a mile. It charges $0 to watch its playoffs and Super Bowl, to watch the conference championship game and the Super Bowl. And I think the playoffs too, it charges $0. Maybe there's one game on Peacock or something like that, right? But you can basically watch the NFL playoffs for free. If you get the NFL app, the NFL League Pass, which I have, you get every game the whole year for one charge. Huh? And they make billions and billions of dollars, and it's the most popular sporting league in the country by far. Boxing charges $60 for one night of boxing. and it's the least popular. You see what I'm saying? It's not going to work. This model doesn't work. Putting it on for free on regular TV in front of mass amounts of people works. How many? 110, 120, whatever the number is, 120 million people in America watch the Super Bowl. Yeah. If you charge $60 for it, how many people do you think would watch it? Probably 1/10 of that, right? Now you've cut your fan base, which generates you revenue, which is where you get your revenue from. You cut that by 90% because you charge $60 for it. So yes, it may have felt good that one time, but overall, you're going to lose your entire fan base. When you lose your entire fan base, 90% of it, which is what you're going to do, you don't have a fan base anymore. You don't have a revenue source. It doesn't work. The pay-per-view model doesn't work. It kills the sport. And this is why the sport is dead. All right. That Matias versus Dalton Smith undercard ain't exciting either. It's not bad. It's not a terrible undercard. I like it. I like over on Matias. I'm going heavy on that. A side bet on the distance. How about this Gary Dalton Smith by? How about this Gary Dalton Smith by decision, never money line? Look, it's a gamble. It's a gamble. I don't mind it. It's a hot, what's your total? It's a long shot, but it's a long shot that I like. What is your total? Let's see. Let me see what I'm getting on it. I don't know if I have a prop on it. Of course not. But just a 2-leg parlay with they're both on the money lines plus 2150, plus 2150 with just Smith on the money line. I would do that. I would just take Smith on the money line. I'm paying the money to support boxing. I would love to give this money back to keep the sport moving forward. I get it, and it's an admirable thing to do. Here's what I would say to that. That's not helping keeping the ball moving. Or it's not. It's not. What would help keep the sport moving is if they put the fight on DAZN. If they put it on Fox, if they put it on ABC, etc., 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 that would help grow the sport. What you're trying to do is keep the sport going on life support. And you know what I'm saying? The pay-per-view model doesn't help the sport grow. It doesn't help the sport continue. It kills the sport. So by buying the pay-per-view, and I know that your intentions are well, I understand your intentions. By buying the pay-per-view, you're slowly killing the sport. It's like, if someone's got diabetes, so I got him a muffin basket. Well, they weren't feeling well, so I got him this muffin basket. They like the muffin basket. They got diabetes, bro. The muffin's not going to help them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand what you're doing, and I understand the thought process. But buying the pay-per-view just tells them, look, we got 300,000 pay-per-view buys. Oh, that's good enough. You got one of your best fights. You got one of your best fights of the year. And this is a great fight. And 300,000 people saw it. You know what I'm saying? It's not great for the sport. All right, let me get to the next one. The pay-per-view model is what kills boxing. 100%. 100%. I know people from school who watched the pole fight only because it was on Netflix. Exactly. That's my point. If you put it on Netflix, if you put it on free TV, people will watch it. If you hide it, Matias, guys, here's my point. Go call up your local sports radio station, ESPN Radio. Like if you're in New York, you got WFAN or whatever. Call them up right now. Ask them about that fight. Ask them about Subriel Matias and Dalton Smith. See what they say. They'll have no idea what you're talking about. No clue. None. Agit losing. Probably. It could be. Agit could lose this fight, guys. Damian Nibbert is really odds on this are extraordinary. Gary, do you still got Dalton regardless of his fight against Matthew Germain? What do you think? Where he didn't really look great. I'm going to address this in 1 second. I'm going to get my coffee, and then I'm going to cook this. Hang tight. So here's what I want to say, because I addressed this a little while ago, and now I'm going to cook. Matthew Germain has nothing to do with this fight. That's one. Number two, Matthew Germain is the complete polar opposite of Subriel Matias. Jermaine's a guy that runs and survives. Subriel Matias is a blunt object that comes forward. What you did against Matthew Germain tells me nothing about what you'll do with Subriel Matias. Nothing at all. It's like you're fighting a Jeep Wrangler or a Ferrari. Well, I beat the Jeep Wrangler in a race. It's like, well, what does that tell me about the Ferrari? Well, I beat a Jeep Wrangler. But that's a utility vehicle. Now we're talking about a sports car. They're completely opposite things. In the same fashion that Subriel Matias and Matthew Germain are complete opposites. What you do against one tells me nothing about what you would do against the other one. Just like Albert Puello tells me nothing about what you're going to do with Dalton Smith. Albert Puello can't punch, and I like Puello. He can't punch to save his life. He can't keep Matias off of him like Dalton Smith can. You can walk in the front door against Albert Puello. You can't walk in the front door against Dalton Smith. I'm not saying Dalton Smith is Tank Davis, but you can't walk in the front door of him. He's got plenty of pop. Albert Puello has zero pop, and I think Puello is an excellent fighter. And on top of all that, I think Puello won every damn round of that fight. I didn't even think the fight was close. Matias got one of the worst decisions I've ever seen, to be fair. And that tells me nothing about how you're going to do with Dalton Smith. The second thing, Dalton Smith dominated that fight. He literally won every single round. He won every single round and knocked him down 3 times. If you weren't impressed with that performance, then your bar for Dalton Smith was so high to start with, right? You already thought Dalton Smith was a world beater, and that a performance where he wins every single round and knocks the guy down 3 times, a guy who would not engage. So 3 times he fought out of his comfort zone and into his weakness. And what is Dalton Smith's weakness? Cutting off the ring. He did it so well. He dominated the fight, won every single round, and knocked the guy down 3 times. And despite that performance, you still weren't happy with him. Like, that's how highly you think of Dalton Smith. That's how good you think Dalton Smith is. So if you're not happy with that performance, if you're not happy with Dalton Smith's performance against Matthew Germain, it's because you think Dalton Smith is nothing but the truth. How's that? Why do you think he's losing, big dog? Pro Box got their fights through some middleman, and they be getting lots of views on their cards. Yeah, they're doing good. I love what they're doing for the sport. I love what they're doing for the sport. People in Brooklyn don't even know there's a fight at the block. That's my point. I love the sport. I've given my life to the sport. It ain't in good shape. Poor promotion for 2 guys that aren't from the tri-state. You got the Puerto Rican fighter in New York. So you got some natural fan base. I understand why it's in New York. A Geek for sure. Ooh, for sure losing. I think Nib is a live dog. Yeah, 0 promotions for a potential fight of the year candidate is a shame for boxing. That's fair. Salute. I said I had to cook on it. Smith don't throw enough combos. Look how Puello couldn't keep Matias off of him, even though the work with Puello has no power. I'm more than willing to walk through a Puello shot. You can't walk through a Dalton Smith shot. Peaches Anon did it, right? Like, okay. I think it would have been better to do it at the Hulu Theater. Yeah, it's going to look so empty at the Barclays Center. Yeah, I didn't think of that. You're right. Like, the Hulu holds what, 4,000 or 5,000 people? The Barclays holds 19,000. And my Nets won there today. My Nets beat the Denver today by a dozen points or so. They smoked them. Shout out to my Brooklyn Nets. Guys, questions, comments, thoughts, super chats. Leave your comments below. I want to also look at this poll. Guys, vote in the poll. Everybody vote in the poll. Overwhelmingly, you guys say no, you're not buying this fight, which makes perfect sense to me. Hang on one second. Hang on 1 second. Give me 1 second. I gotta take care of this. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I got this text message. I gotta take care of this real quick. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that, y'all. If you can walk through a player shot, then why was Gary Antoine Russell having so many problems in exchanges for him? Because of his speed. His speed. Do you think Gary Antoine Russell and Playo fight similarly? I don't understand the question here. Like, if you can walk through a Playo shot, Gary Antoine Russell, I got to go back and watch the fight again, was having so many problems because of his speed. I pay for that Matias time. I pay for that Matias time with my time and energy. Barkley gonna give out those comps. Yeah, they're gonna give out a lot of comps. Yo, Jackson ain't never lied. Boxing don't have a good enough deal for fans going. I had an ESPN Plus just for Top Rank because I've always respected how good their cards are. Yeah. I agree. That's why I still have it. I still have my ESPN Plus, but I'm gonna get rid of it real soon. I pay for the Matias fight with my time and energy. I hear you, Sam. I hear you, Sam from Pet. I hear you. I don't see boxing coming back to free TV, over the air TV. PBC tried to do that in the beginning, buying up airtime, and still didn't do good broadcast numbers. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you. Well, you also need promotion to make the fight people want. That's the biggest thing. No one trying to watch a good fight beat up a bum, even if it's on free TV. There's a lot of truth to that, guys. There's a lot of truth to that, guys. I'm gonna end this. So just to go over it real quick, the rest of my week, here's what it's gonna look like. Well, next week. We'll start with tomorrow. I'm gonna release the Smith and Matias video today. I'm gonna have that out for you guys tonight. I'm gonna do live tomorrow afternoon. I'm gonna reach out to Johnny. I'm gonna reach out to TJ. I'm gonna try to get them on. And I'm gonna bring you content and videos every single day this week. Everything is the same as usual. Guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll have all that for you guys this week. Matias versus Smith barely had any promotion. UFC and boxing are gone from ESPN within a year. Watch ESPN go bankrupt next 5 years. They don't have. It's going to be tough for ESPN to go bankrupt. ESPN Disney is one of the biggest companies in the world. All right, I need to wrap this up, guys. All right, everybody vote in the poll. Everybody vote in the poll. Overwhelmingly, you guys said you are not paying for this, but I'm going to end the poll in 10, ending the poll in 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Guys, smash the like button. Smash the like button. I'm going to end the poll in 3, ending the poll in 2, 1, ending the poll now, ending the poll. 73% of y'all, 73% of y'all said you ain't paying for this. So, and that's the hardcore boxing fan. Yeah. I didn't even know it was this Fresh Productions Promotions thing. Forgot the mouse owns ESPN. No wonder it says it. Yeah. No, you got that right. For me, Gary, don't buy decision. Matias has some good defense. I like Matias has good defense. I don't know if I agree with that. It's crazy we still haven't heard anything about Top Rank having a new broadcasting deal. We talked about they had a Stars deal. Remember they had a star with a deal with Stars for like lower level fights. But I don't know. Maybe Zuffa will end up getting slots on CBS. Yeah, we didn't hear about the so-called deals with Stars. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that. I don't know what happened to that, Havelock. All right, guys. Top Rank waiting for Turkey to buy them, guarantee. I don't know. I don't know. Guys, I'm going to wrap. January 4th. If there are no last minute questions, comments, thoughts, super chats, forever hold your peace. I'm going to wrap now. It is January 4th. It is January 4th, 2026. From Texas to the world, thank y'all, and God bless.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.